And what's going on, guys? I'm going to be doing a new tutorial today. I'm going to be doing a WordPress migration from a dev site to a production site, moving one WordPress site from one domain to another. So yeah, I'm going to show you how I do it. It's kind of confusing, but I kind of got a flow going on how I do it, so I'm going to show you guys how I do it. I'm going to be going pretty quick through this, so if I lose anybody, you can comment or tweet me or anything, and I'll help you out. So yeah, let's get started then. So basically, I have a client site on my personal. It's a subdomain. So I got Nikki Chris Salon, and I totally spelled that wrong. All right. Okay. So I got this subdomain on my personal domain here, and just got a client site that I built for her salon, and we're going to move this over to NikkiChrisSalon.com. So basically, what you got to do is you got to log into your dev server, which I am not in right now. I'm going to log into my personal site, so nicholasmeager.com or nickmeager.com. Grab all these files, and I'm going to pull them over, which I've already done, so you guys don't have to watch me pull over files forever. So you pull those over. I have those on my desktop right now, right here. And then the second thing you're going to do is you're going to go into wherever you're hosting your dev site, and you've got to get into phpMyAdmin. You got to export the database. So however you want to export that, whatever you're most comfortable with using. phpMyAdmin I'm most comfortable with using. So what you do is you come here, you grab the table you're using, you go to export, and then you click custom, and then you save output to a file. I already did this. I already have the file right there, but you would just go down to the bottom and press go, and you get the same thing. So there you go. After you do that, you're going to go into your database file. You're going to open it in whatever code editor you like using, and I use Coda 2, which I highly recommend. And what you're going to do is you're going to find and replace. You're going to do a, hold on, let me just check this real quick. Right, okay. So I'll just go through this with you guys real quick so it makes sense. Let me delete my SQL file so I'll show you. This is kind of where it gets confusing, so I'm going to help you guys out real quick. Alright, so go into phpMyAdmin. You're going to click on the database. You're going to go to export, and I'm going to do what I said I was going to do before, and you're going to press go. So now I can press OK, save that file, and there you go. I'm just going to rename it Chris. OK. So there we go. Now we're going to open it in the code editor. Alright, hold on a second. Alright, there we go. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to find and replace. It's a huge file, so you got to give it a second. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to look for all instances of your dev server. So in my case, it's NikkiChrisSalon.nickmeager.com. That's the dev server I was using. And there you go. You can see insert in WP options, values, and it's inserting all this stuff. It's going to be inserting the site URL, and it's inserting the wrong site URL. So what you got to do is you got to look for that. You got to look for all instances in the database, and you got to replace it with the new URL. So in their case, it's going to be, that's their domain. So that's what they're going to change it to. We're going to place that, make sure it looks good, replace all of them, and cool. So there we go. Should be good now. Let me just make sure. Alright, yep, looks good. Okay, so you're going to save that. Alright, close out of that. So now we got the two important things we need. We got the files, we got the database, and they both have the right information now. So let me just close out of this. So many instances of code coming up. And so next what you're going to do is you're going to go to the client host. Wherever they're hosting their site, you're going to go, You're going to upload the files, which I've already done. So I'm going to go to the site, Crystal on. So this is their site. I've already uploaded the files again. I don't want you guys to didn't want you guys to see how long that was going to take. So the next part, after you upload the files, you're going to want to make a database. So you're going to add a database, make a name, username, password, whatever, the usual stuff, and then you're going to go to phpMyAdmin, and we got to import. Whoops. Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay, so you're going to import it. I've already done this, and I've already done it in this case, but I'll show you guys how to do it. I'm going to drop all these real quick. So basically, what you're going to do is you're going to go into the database, and then you're going to import that file that we exported earlier. So Nikki Chris SQL. I'm going to press go, and that's going to import all those tables. And the right static URL should be in there too, so that's cool. Let's close out of that. And so we got the files over on the new host, and we've got the database on the new host. Okay, so should work, right? Nope. And this is because you have to edit this WP config file. Basically, doesn't have the username and password has changed basically. So on over here where it was being hosted is different username and password for the database than over here. So you just have to update that with whatever you set. So in my case, I don't have anything set for right now. And basically it is Nikki Chris Salon, and at GoDaddy they use the DB name is also the username. Nikki Chris Salon, and I made a fake password. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So cool. This would this right here, what we have, this would work on most hosts. But as you're going to see with GoDaddy, it's not going to work. And that's because, you know, GoDaddy isn't that good. Just to be honest. They have a different server setup than most people. And, yeah, you got to do something a little different with the GoDaddy. Basically what you got to do for GoDaddy, instead of using localhost here, for the DB host name, you actually have to give the IP address. So you're going to go to phpMyAdmin, and I don't know why it keeps doing this, but whatever. Alright, so let's go back real quick. Right here you can see this number, and that's what you got to put in for your DB host instead of localhost. So for most hosts, localhost will work, but if it doesn't, look up on phpMyAdmin, get this number right here, and that should work. So yeah, now you'll see that it's working. So should be good. I'm going to show you guys. Let's make sure actually. Let's make sure every page is working fine. Alright, looks good. Got reviews. Cool. And this plugin's a little messed up, but for the most part, things should be the same. But one thing that's pretty common when you switch over a WordPress site is the URLs get mixed up, the permalinks. So what you got to do is you got to go into the back end. This boggled my mind for a little while, but I eventually got it figured out. You got to go into settings, and then you're going to go to permalinks. And I'm using the post name permalink structure. So you're going to go to press default. This is if you're just to reset the permalinks. And okay, permalink structure updated. Now I'm going to go back to post name. So you do that if your URLs aren't working right or anything like that. Try that first. That's usually the fix. So yeah, that is basically it. That's how you transfer a WordPress site. It's pretty straightforward after you change the URLs in the database. So yeah, if you guys have any questions or any comments, maybe a better way to do it, something you suggest, feel free to ask, feel free to tell me. You can also tweet me, Nick_Meager. So yeah, hope this was helpful, and thanks for watching.